everybody. I hope everybody's healing or thinking about healing. The video today is highly important, so I need you to pay very close attention. Okay, this is part 3. I gave you 2 intros to this video that I'm about to do, and this is part 3, and this is going to reveal everything now. We'll start with Ford. People say it's a life within a plant. It's a life within itself in the plant life. You ever been traumatized on your job? Workplace trauma? Okay, I'm gonna start with Ford. The CEO of Ford is Jimmy Farley. Jimmy looked like he liked to have a lot of fun too. Now, the CEOs before him allowed all of this to go on too. Jimmy is just further letting it happen. So Ford is a automotive plant within itself. My uncle used to work there. My sister said Marilyn, and her godmother popped up on the Ford plant a few times with a bet to check somebody. I said, what is going on? And then my sister said, oh, she confronting his plant wife. I said, plant wife? My sister Crystal, her friend Angie works at a plant. As soon as I saw Angie and her husband, I said, her husband looks so sad. I said, she running the shit out of him and she fucking everybody at that motherfucking plant, Tammy. I just see things. So Ford, my uncle, he's a simple bastard. My Uncle John wouldn't get none of the family and nobody in because he didn't want none of us to know what the fuck he was doing in there. If you want somebody to work a 13 to 14 hour shift, what do you have to supply them with? Money, drugs, and pussy. Ford, Chrysler, GM, Amazon know how to do that very, very well. Okay, so my uncle used to work at Ford. He was very selfish. And don't get mad, Uncle John, I called you simple. Medea been calling your ass simple for years. You know who the fuck you are. So Ford, like I said, Ford is something different. How do y'all cash y'all checks at the plant is what I would like to know. How does the CEO know that prostitution goes on in the trailers at the plant and nothing is done at Ford? How are the workers and the women getting sexually harassed? Men getting severely sexually harassed too. Men get severely sexually harassed. Some of the higher ups are closeted homosexuals. Women get sexually harassed, raped on a job, and they got to be quiet or they're going to lose the job. See, everything is transactional now. So these women are very transactional. So when they get to these plants, these low-life men, I'm sorry, y'all not low-lives. Y'all just fucked up. These fucked up men come up to them and they want to do transactional things because they know these women are transactional now. So if she wants her check plus his check, she going to lay on her back or get on her knees. They know this at Ford. Jimmy allows it. Jimmy look like he on cocaine and everything, allegedly. Jimmy look like he have a lot of fucking fun. So he let everyone at his plant have fucking fun. Ford is fun. You could get raped, cash your check, get pussy, and get drugs on Ford plants. They allow the drug dealers to come on there because they got to keep them awake. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Okay. Who do we have next? Kristen Fuel at Chrysler. Christian or Kristen. No, it's Christian. Now, I know a lot of this went on before you got there, but bitch, you're not stopping it. So that's why I'm mentioning you, because you haven't changed anything at Chrysler. Now, my brother used to work for Chrysler. Big traumatized, abusive bastard. He needs help. Hopefully he's getting it now. He said, them white men something else at Chrysler, Cicely. I said, what? I said, what they be doing? He said, these the higher ups. He was an engineer. So he was among the CEOs, presidents, bitch. I said, what they doing? What they do? He said, the parties they go to, the women they sleep with, the shit they allowed to happen on the plant grounds. I said, what shit happened on the plant grounds? My sister Tammy was sexually harassed at Chrysler. I mean, severely sexually harassed to the point where they was like, why don't you want to sell pussy to me? She got scared. These are the men, the workers. We trying to give you our money. It was borderline rape. She said, sissy, I got to get out of there. It's every day. I went to the supervisor not helping me. I went to the supervisors are in on it. The managers and supervisors on the plant are in on sex trafficking, drugs, and cashing checks at the plant. They're in on the rapes. She said the supervisor wouldn't help me, sissy. She said, I think they're going to fire me. They are going to fire you, Tammy. They harassed Tammy so she was crying almost every day. This is Chrysler. My brother said the higher ups is something else, sissy. She said, Dwayne said, them white boys something else, sissy. I said, what they be doing, Wayne? He said, I know about the supercomputer now. I said, what? What supercomputer? He said, the shit they into, sissy. He said, these white boys something else, sissy. I said, God damn. Chrysler fucked up. Okay, let's go ahead to the next one. Is it GM I want to do next? Let me see. Yeah, Mary Barra at GM. Now, Mary, I know half this shit was going on before you got there. But again, like I told Christian, bitch, you ain't stopped nothing since you been in that motherfucker. So I got to speak on you too. Now, this is the CEO of GMC. GM plants are just like Ford and Chrysler plants. Why y'all ever wonder why some of y'all family members don't want to hook y'all up with them jobs, especially if you're a good worker, a good person? No, you ain't a slut, baby. You ain't on drugs. I can't get you in there because you going to tell my tea. That's why a lot of family members don't want to get y'all in on these plants because you're going to tell they tea. You're going to tell their husband or their wives that they got a plant husband or a plant wife. You're going to tell their husband, their wives, and their children that they on drugs and they need help, that they stay awake to work these 14-hour shifts. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And women are severely sexually harassed. This is workplace trauma. Imagine getting up to go to work and you crying. Please don't let them touch me today. Please don't let them proposition me today. Please don't let them rape me today. Please just let me get through the day. Please. This is most men and women before they go into Chrysler, GM, and Ford, and Amazon every morning. GM. My brother-in-law worked for GM. My sister made sure he kept that motherfucking job. She was on his motherfucking ass because she has quite a few severe addictions. But Crystal popped up on that job. She said, bitch, Don, come on. We about to go up to this motherfucking job. CJ, bitch, they called my motherfucking phone. His plant wife called your phone. Oh, yes, she did. But Chris, ain't you sucking his friend's dick? That's besides the point, bitch. Get in the car. We about to go roll up on CJ. And this bitch gonna confront me. Crystal went up to the job. This the most hype I ever seen this bitch. This the most rah-rah I ever seen this bitch. This bitch don't have no courage. She got liquid courage. But other than that, no fucking courage. So she got in that motherfucking car. She went up to that job. Bitch, come out the motherfucker. Because when you call my phone, you violating and you playing in my motherfucking face. You women and you men got a big issue with playing in the person you messing with, their lovers or their partner's faces or their faces. She called your phone. That's violation. She popped up at GM. Work wife, work husbands. Let me tell you what going on at GM. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm going to just keep saying that because the CEOs allow the drug dealers to sell the drugs on the plant, the pills. I said, Nikki, where you get your Oxycontins from? She said, I get them at work. I don't give a fuck. There's no loyalty. There's no allegiance. This is to help you. Everybody want to talk about my motherfucking tea when I was on the street strung the fuck out. Sissy need help. Sissy this, sissy that. So when I tell the truth to help you, you want to clutch your pearls. I said, Nikki, where you get your oxys from? She said, GM, word. Chris said, get mad this week. But when I was on them pills, they laughed at me, bitch. They told everybody I was on the motherfucking pills. They made fun of my motherfucking ass. They called me a fucking crackhead, to a fucking whore, to a fucking slut. Anybody who listened, Sissy on that shit. Sissy need help. Nikki and Chris was on that shit, still on that shit. And they used liquid courage to chase it. Bitch. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the motherfucking gun. But this is to help you. This is not to embarrass you, because 9 times out of 10, everybody already knew y'all motherfucking tea. Next one. I'm going to go to the Andy Chasey at Amazon. He's the CEO at Amazon. I know, Andy, before you got this position, the other ones allowed all this shit to happen too. Amazon is a world within itself. They misuse the young people there. They really do. Because they really can't control the young generation now, because they really don't want to work. So Amazon takes advantage, and he treats them like machines and robots. They don't give a fuck about none of these young people, none of the people in the plant. You're going to work until your knees give out. You're going to work till your back give out. And then we're going to say thank you. And remember to wear a smile for Amazon. I know a woman. She said, I used to work for Amazon, Cicely. She said, you probably going to move. She said, they fired me because I got hit by one of their machines. One of the individuals hit me with a high-low, and I hurt myself. She said, my back is messed up right now, Cicely. And I went to the supervisors, and I did everything I had to do. She said, do you know they fired me? No compensation, no pay. No settlement, no compensation, no pay, no settlement. She was down bad. I said, it's going to be all right. That's what Amazon does for its workers. Amazon Prime steal all the money from y'all accounts. Hulu, all of them. Roku stole $10, $11 straight out of my. They steal from y'all accounts because y'all do these auto pays, and they automatically take it from your motherfucking account 3 times a month. Amazon been known for stealing, known for sex trafficking. Do you know where a lot of their money is invested in? Sex trafficking is a lot of their biggest investments. Then it's the dark web. Andy called me a motherfucking liar. I'll wait. Plant life, world within itself, workplace trauma, rape, prostitution, drug dealing, drug addiction, money laundering. You could cash your check right at the fucking plant. Where is the teller in this motherfucker? Ooh. And they get a cut. GM, Chrysler, Ford, all of them get a cut. Amazon, all of them get a cut. Plant wife, plant husband. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Just break up with the person you with and go with the person you want to be. Y'all do some of the silliest ass shit. Y'all will sneak around and fuck another bitch and fuck another nigga and then try to keep your relationship going knowing you don't want to be with that person. Why don't you just leave and go be with the people y'all really want to be with? Then y'all got to hide and sneak, and then they come in and find your ass and wreak havoc on your motherfucking car, try to kill you and take your life. These people are crazy because y'all play mental games with them. You can't play mental games with somebody and then say, don't shoot me. My plant life, workplace trauma. Help us rescue the infants, the children, the teens, the adults, and the animals out of the sex trade. Help us rescue the homeless, and help us rescue the traumatized men and women out of the plants. Call me a liar. I'll wait. It's another plant I didn't touch on. It's a lottery plant. Ex-friend's husband used to work at plant. Just, they print lottery tickets. This is a small plant, Myers plant. Maurice Pugh wreaks havoc on those young girls. These plants, small plants do it too. This is the lotto plant. Got stories about them too. AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, going around all these plants. Y'all got trailers for sex trafficking on site, but y'all ain't got no goddamn doctor to help them, or no therapist for the trauma y'all placed on them. They gonna be calling to meet with me soon. Y'all stay tuned. I love y'all.